So this video, we're going to have a little fun on my embroidery machine. Let's go. Okay, so I know you see my studio lights right there. I'm sorry about that. I turned the big light off, and I've got the mic facing away from me because I have a big mouth sometimes, and I hope you can hear me, but this is a little bit different, you know, so I'm going to show you these embroidery, how I embroidery. I need to do some things to sell, and I bought this design off Etsy. I'll leave a link in the description of where I got it, okay? But this is Embrilliance program, all right? Now I don't know what you're going to see on my, okay, this is my screen. This is Embrilliance right here, okay? And you have a free download to do this, although I purchased mine, and that's because I used to do this for a living. So, but they do have something you can download, or you can use a different program. You might not even have an embroidery machine, but I have had a few say, you know, how do you use that thing, when I showed a spider that I did back in the summer. So I said, well, I'll just let y'all see. So in this program, like I said, I bought mine, but this is an import design, okay? It says merge stitch file. There are tons and tons of videos to help you. They have put videos out to help you. But I just click this, and then I go to where my files are. You can choose where you're at by these menus here, and I know where I save my stuff. And I just go in there, and when you click it, it will automatically import to right here. Okay, so we're going to take this design, and how I get it on my my machine is some hook up directly, which this one will, but I just like to save mine to a thumb drive so I can move my computer out of my way and use my desktop to work. Okay, so I go up here to File, and I save stitch file. Okay, scroll down till I see save, no, that's merge, save stitch file. Sorry, I was looking at my camera. So I like to save mine on my desktop. So I'll go up here and I'll choose desktop, my design, Butter My Butt Christmas. That's just me. That's how I'll remember it. That's not just me. And I bought a set of these on Etsy. So now that I saved this, okay, I'm gonna shrink it. I'm not going out. My little file is right here. So I will take my thumb drive. This came with my baby lock. Now when you do a thumb drive, you want one with low saving, such as a 2 gig, because this is a 1 gig. I won't go over a 2. So I'll plug my thumb drive in, save that file to my thumb drive, and then I'll put it in my machine. And I'll be right back when I do that. So my thumb drive is in my embroidery machine right here. And I'm using a 4x4 hoop. These are 4x4 designs. I can go bigger, but my pot holder is not that big. Okay. And most embroidery machines that you can buy for a decent price to start out would be a 4x4. I know Brother has one, and I had it at one time and I loved it, but I have upgraded. And you have paper. There's different types of stabilizers, but mine is a very, very good tearaway. I'll have it in my Amazon store, okay? And I'm just going to put it on the side of my desk, and I'm going to tear off a square, okay? Now you have to have embroidery stabilizer to do your project. This will easily tear off the back of my pot holder and leave the design. I don't want to hoop this right here. My hoop is broke, okay? I've done this so long, I lost my screw in my hoop. So what I'm going to do is, I am simply going to hoop my stabilizer, okay? And you want to make sure you got this tight in there, because you don't want nothing to slip. Now, pardon me, but I have to have a screwdriver to go in my hole here, because like I said, mine is broken. So I have to go over here and put this in. There's a groove in there, and tighten. You don't want to tighten it too tight to break your hoop, but it's in there. Now, I will show you. You see all this sticky, gunky, yucky stuff right here? This is from me spraying my hoop. I personally like 505 spray, but I have this June Taylor quilt basting spray, and it will work. You just spray your hoop, or your paper. Okay, this is why my hoop is so nasty, but they clean with soap and water. I just haven't done it. Make sure when you put your, you can do this on towels or whatever, and I am going to rip this tag off because I don't want to embroidery that back there. Center this up, and a way you can do it is if you want to fold it in half, okay, and mark it with chalk or whatever, but you have an arrow here and an arrow or a line here. I'm just going to line it up the best I can, as straight as possible, okay? Now, I am going to take, I should have done this before I put this down, but I'm going to measure to where my middle is, okay? And I just have this ruler right here to do that because it's the only one I can find at the moment. I was looking at that and like, what is wrong with this? I got to flip it over to get my inches. So this is about, if I move it over, it'll be 7 inches. Half of 7 is 3.5. So I'm just going to take a chalk pencil. And I thought I had one here, but I do not. So I need to keep one over here. So I'm going to be marking a 3.5. And it's here. And then when I go this away, I'll get on that line. And I'll do it again. And this one is right at 7. So 3.5. So it will be right here. Okay? So I can erase this one. So when I line it up, I'll show you. But my needle should hit right there. So I'll get my colors and I'll put them on my rack. You know, I have a single needle machine. And that's okay. But that's all I have is a single needle. So I have bought this thread rack, and I have one listed. I bought this one off of Temu, and I don't suggest it because it is rickety. But it looks like this, and then it has little hooks up here for you to hook your threads on, and I can do 3 threads at one time here and 1 on the machine, or 2 or 3 on the machine. I don't know which. But I'm just going to use this. So I'm going to get my thread set up, and I'll be right back. So I hope that y'all can see this okay. Like I said, my memory stick is in. So you have all these designs on an embroidery machine or most embroidery machines, and you pick what you want. But I import my own, so I have to hit my USB. There's videos for embroidery machines. There's your books for embroidery machines. You know, you can do this. It's simple. And I think I have one in my Amazon store. If not, I will add that to it. So this is my system. So I just go through here, and there's an arrow here. Okay, and I seen it. Never mind. I have all these files saved. So I pick my file right here. And I also have the option to change colors on my machine, but I just don't. I'd rather do all my editing on the computer and have it ready for here. So there's my design, okay? And it's going to tell me what ones go in what order, okay? So you do have to change your thread, but I've only got 3 changes, or 4 changes, so. Now you're at a side angle, and I hope you can see, you know, I'm new to doing this way, so you just make sure everything is in there. Mine raises up, and then you slide your design into position and lock your thing into place, okay? So the first one says black, okay? So I am going to thread my black in my machine. Okay, you have to use embroidery noodles. I must be hungry. Hold on, mine's automatic threader. Okay, I know that's kind of loud. Now you can use the same color on the back as you used on the front, but you'll have to wind your bobbins to that color and then insert your colored bobbin in. I don't do that personally because if you have these hanging up as decorative pieces, they'll be up against the wall and you're not going to see it anyway. So to get my design centered, I am going to move my arm here. And then I will bring it down until I get it right center, and it's right there. So now all you have to do, make sure this is down, okay? It's not going to go nowhere. You have to have an embroidery needle. I prefer using Schmidt's embroidery needles, and they're usually 7511s, okay? That's a standard embroidery needle, and that's what I have in here. It's all threaded. Now all you got to do is press your stuff, okay? Mine's ready to go, and it will start going. I will pause you and move you closer and let you see the process of the stitching, because it's really cool. But I will fast forward this so you don't got to sit and watch it for hours, okay? Okay, let me show you this real quick. Actually, at the time, let me see if I can get it in here. And you see it. At the time of making this video, I'm on my Amazon. They actually have a Brother 4x4, and that is really blurry. Let me see. For a limited deal, right now, it is $305.99 on Amazon, okay? And that's a Brother 4x4, alright? And then I had to move you. So the 5x7 PE 900 is $699.99. Okay, and this is on Amazon. But like I said, the 4x4, it looks like this, and it is $305 right now. Okay, I will put those in my Amazon store and link those for you for easy access, and you're welcome to go look at those. Thank you. Now, let's carry on. Now, if you can see this, I'm not sure if you can, but it put Well Butter My, okay, and that was black. Now it's telling me to change it to emerald green. Now, when it says these colors, you can put any color you want. I'm just going to change it to green. Anytime you change color, okay, you'll want to clip your thread. Let me move you ever so slightly. Now I've got the whole pole in my hand, okay? Clip your thread here. Let me set you down and pull down here. So all you got to do now is pull your thread back, switch your color to what it's telling you, and I'm using Christmas green, not emerald green, okay? So I'm just going to load my thread here. It came out from back here, so give me a minute, y'all. This is new to me filming this, so you got to give me grace, okay? But embroidery is so much fun. So I go around, like I said, mine is automatic. My arm might be in your way. If it is, I'm totally sorry. Go back down, thread your machine, and then all you have to do is this prompts you to tell you what to do. Is just put your needle down or whatever you do. Oh, I threaded it again. Y'all, I'm so crazy. I am so crazy I hit the wrong button. Put it down and hit start, and it does everything for you. Embroidery is so beautiful. It is just beautiful. So y'all don't have to watch this whole thing stitch out, okay? I'm almost done, but I want to show y'all something. When you pull your thread off, now some of your other thread cones are like this too. You have to pull this thing up. Before you put it on your machine, make sure you close that back. That is what secures your thread. You pull it out, you wind it around here, and then when you shut it, you can store it. But make sure that you shut it before you put it on your machine, okay? Now I'm on my last little bit here, and I'm excited, and I'll get to pull it off. Okay, so it told me I was finished sewing, so all I gotta do is lift my lever up, slide it out, and we are done. Look at that. Ain't that cute? Now this is what the back looks like. It's kind of a mess. I'll bring you over here and show you how I clean it up. Okay, so it's off, and to get it out of the hoop, I'm just, since I, you know, put this down there like that, I'm just gonna rip my thing off, and then I have this. See all those unsightly strings? We'll take care of that. And there's some up here. Now mine cuts it as I go. I have a jump cutter, but if you don't, you'll have strings all over this. The best way to get rid of those is a pair of snippers with a sharp point. You just go under here and start snipping away. Now my buns, I don't like how this stitched out my buns. You can't see my B. I'm going to try to use my snippers and open this up somewhat, because to me that's just too close together right there. So I'm going to try to open that up a little bit. But the back, what I like to do, I like to take tweezers. Now you can just pop your hoop up and take your paper out, and then I really need to wash my hoops, y'all. But sorry about that. Snip my strings, okay? They're sealed in there, so you don't have to worry about them coming undone. You need to clip all your strings. Now, if I'd have done this in all gray, all this would be, well, this little white would be gray, that's all. You'd still see color some back here, but it wouldn't be all white, because bobbin is always most time white, okay? Then, when I get that done, you might need a lint roller. I am just going to, hope you can see me, take my tweezers. You don't need a very pointy pair of tweezers, because you'll rip your stuff. Just go under here and start pulling. Because I stuck this down with spray, it is a little harder to get up. But if you just take your tweezers and work with it, you'll be able to get right in here and just pull and pull that right out, and you'll be able to clean your stitches right up. This is just paper, and it comes right off, y'all. Here it is, all cleaned up. But most of this paper that's left will wash off when you put it in the washer. So here it is finished, and I hope y'all like this video. Until next time, you are a blessing. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.